Level 1. The dreamer. You don't do discipline. You watch it. Your morning starts with scrolling. Someone ran a marathon. Someone launched a business. Someone wrote a book in 30 days. You pause. You stare. You feel something stir. And then you save the post. You consume content about discipline like it's a substitute for having it. Every saved video feels like progress. Every liked post feels like a promise you made to yourself. Every self-help book you buy sits on your shelf like a trophy for intending to change. But here's the truth they don't tell you. Dreaming feels good because it costs nothing. There's no failure in imagination, no muscle soreness, no rejection, no 4 a.m. darkness when everyone else is asleep and you're alone with your thoughts. Dreaming is warm, soft, safe, and you're addicted to that safety. You tell yourself you're researching. You tell yourself you're getting ready. You tell yourself that when the time is right, you'll start. But the time is never right. And deep down, you know why. Because if you never start, you never fail. If you never try, you never have to face the possibility that you're not as strong as the people you admire. So you stay in level 1. Not because you're lazy. You're not lazy. You're terrified. Terrified that if you actually tried and failed, you'd lose the only thing you have left. The hope that one day you might. Level 2, the starter. Then something snaps. You don't know why. Maybe you hit bottom. Maybe you caught a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and didn't recognize who looked back. Maybe you just got sick of your own excuses. For whatever reason, one morning you get up. You actually get up. And for the first 3 days, it feels like heaven. You're doing it. You're finally one of them. The alarm goes off and you move. The workout hurts, but you finish. The blank page stares and you write. Dopamine floods your brain. Your identity shifts. You walk differently. You talk differently. You post about it. You want everyone to know I changed, and you believe it. You really believe it. Then day 4 arrives. The alarm goes off and something's different. The excitement is gone. The novelty evaporated overnight. Your muscles ache. Your brain feels foggy. The page looks blank and mean. And your brain whispers, you did enough. 3 days is amazing. Take a break. You deserve it. One day won't hurt. You listen because the voice sounds reasonable. It sounds like self-care. It sounds like wisdom. You turn off the alarm. You stay in bed. You tell yourself you'll do double tomorrow. But tomorrow comes and the voice is louder now. See, you took a break. What's one more? You're already off track. Might as well restart on Monday. Monday comes and you don't start. That one day becomes 2, becomes a week, becomes a month. You're not a starter anymore. You're back to dreaming. And worse than before, because now you carry the memory of those 3 days, the taste of what it felt like to almost be someone else. That memory haunts you. It whispers, see, you had it and you threw it away. Most people never leave at a level 2. They spend their whole lives cycling through it. Start, stop, start, stop. Each time, the shame grows heavier. Each time, starting again feels harder. Because you know what's waiting on day 4. You know you'll quit. And knowing you'll quit is worse than never starting at all. Level 3, the sufferer. But you didn't stop this time. Something in you refused. Maybe it was pride. Maybe it was desperation. Maybe you just got tired of being tired of yourself. You got back up. Again. And again. And again. This is where discipline stops feeling like a choice and starts feeling like war. Every morning, you negotiate with yourself. Every task, you fight. The voice in your head isn't whispering anymore. It's screaming. This is pointless. You're miserable. Everyone else is enjoying life. Why are you doing this to yourself? And here's the cruelest part. The voice is right. You are miserable. Everyone else does look like they're having more fun, and you don't know if this will pay off. Level 3 is the desert. No landmarks. No end in sight. Just sand and sun and the burning knowledge that you could turn back anytime. Turning back would be so easy, so comfortable, so warm, but you don't turn back. Not because you're strong, not because you're motivated. You keep going because you're afraid of who you'll be if you stop again. The person who quits at level 3 is worse than the person who never started. The person who never started still has hope. The person who quits at level 3 knows exactly what they're capable of and chose less. So you suffer. You suffer through mornings that feel like betrayals. You suffer through afternoons where your brain feels like static. You suffer through nights where you lie awake wondering if any of this matters. Your brain will tell you this is wrong. It will say, if it's this hard, it's not meant for you. It will show you everyone who makes it look easy. The overnight successes, the naturally gifted, the ones who seem to float while you crawl. But here's what no one shows you. The people at the top, they live here too. Level 3 is not a punishment for the weak. It's the price of admission for everyone. Every person you admire has spent years in this desert. They just don't post pictures of it. You're not motivated. You're not happy. You're not inspired. You're just still here. And that's the only thing that matters. Still here means you haven't lost. Still here means tomorrow is possible. Still here means the voice hasn't won. Not yet. Level 4, the becoming. Then something shifts. You don't notice it at first. It's not a lightning strike, not a breakthrough, not a moment of clarity. It's slower than that, quieter. One morning, you wake up and the negotiation is shorter. One task you finish and don't think about it. One day passes and you realize you didn't fight today, you just did. Level 4 is not about willpower anymore. Willpower got you through level 3. Willpower kept you alive in the desert. But willpower is exhausted now. It's done its job. Level 4 is about identity. You're not trying to be disciplined anymore. You are someone who does the work. This sounds like a small difference, a semantic trick. It's not. When you're trying to be something, every action is a test. Every day is an exam. Every failure proves you're not good enough. When you are something, actions just happen. A writer writes. They don't try to write, they write. A runner runs. They don't try to run, they run. You work. You don't try to work, you work. This is where it hurts differently, because now skipping a day doesn't just break a streak. It breaks who you believe you are. If you're someone who works and you don't work, who are you? The question is unbearable. So you work. Not because you want to, not because you're motivated, because the alternative is losing yourself. The suffering doesn't disappear in level 4, it transforms. Instead of fighting yourself, you're facing the world. And the world hits harder than your excuses ever did. Life happens. Emergencies, exhaustion, distractions, people who don't understand, people who want you to stay small so they feel less small. Level 4 is where you learn that external obstacles are worse than internal ones. Your own mind you can eventually tame. The world doesn't care about your identity. The world will test you every single day. And here's the secret of level 4. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? You start asking, what am I going to do next? Victimhood dies here. Blame dies here. Excuses die here. Not because you're noble, because they're useless now. They don't help you survive. And survival is all that matters. You're becoming someone new. And becoming hurts. It always hurts. But the pain of becoming is different from the pain of staying. One pain builds, the other pain traps. You've chosen which pain you'll carry. Level 5, the surrender, and then you reach the top. Not because you conquered yourself, not because you defeated every weakness, not because you're stronger than everyone else. You reach the top because you stopped fighting. Level 5 looks like peace from the outside. People see you and think, they have it easy, they were born with it, they don't struggle like I do, they don't know, they can't know, because inside something stranger lives. You no longer need motivation, you no longer need rewards, you no longer need anyone to witness you. You do the thing because the thing is who you are. There's no debate anymore, no negotiation, no voice screaming at you to stop. The voice is still there, it never leaves, but now it sounds different. It sounds like background noise, static from another room, a radio station you don't listen to. You hear it, but you don't answer. And yes, it still hurts. This is the cruelest truth of level 5. The pain doesn't disappear. It couldn't, because if the pain disappeared, you'd stop. Pain is the compass. Pain tells you you're alive. Pain tells you you're still here. Pain tells you you're still growing. The difference is, in level 1, pain was something to escape. In level 2, pain was something to ignore. In level 3, pain was something to survive. In level 4, pain was something to use. In level 5, pain is something to welcome. Not because you're a masochist, because you understand now. The pain of discipline is the pain of becoming. The pain of regret is the pain of disappearing. You felt both, and you know which one you'll choose. Here's what no one tells you about these levels. You don't climb them once and stay. You'll visit level 3 again next week. You'll visit level 2 next month when you're exhausted and vulnerable. You might even visit level 1 on your worst days. Lying in bed, scrolling, dreaming of who you could be. That's not failure. That's being human. You wanted to know what self-discipline feels like? It feels like dying a little every day. And being okay with that, because the person you're becoming is worth more than the one you're leaving behind. Not because that new person is richer, or more successful, or more admired, because that new person is real. They're not dreaming anymore. They're not starting and stopping anymore. They're not suffering in silence anymore. They're not becoming anymore. They just are. And being is enough. Which level are you on right now? Comment below. Subscribe for part 2, the jealousy ladder, every rung of comparison.